I have that? Oh, got somebody in the room. Welcome to Hangar 51. It's Christmas. It is Christmas Day. Night. We'll call it Christmas night. And we're live here in the hangar. In the tent in the hangar. And yes, my desk is a mess. This is not... I found one thing I was looking for. There's my camera holder. Okay. Where's the holder that goes on the helmet? That's the one I'm really looking for. I haven't found that one. No, not that. So anyway, anybody going to be in the room tonight? It's awful cold out here. Awful, awful, awful cold out here. Man, I'm telling you. It is freaking cold out here. So, two in the room. Nobody said hi yet. Okay, all right, that's all right. So let's see. It's Christmas, and I was driving the bus Friday night. It is Christmas night, guys. This is the 25th. And there's Kenny. I've been looking all over for Kenny. There's Kenny. We'll put Kenny right here. There you go. Kenny's in the house. All right. So yeah. So it was. So I was driving the bus Friday night, and I found two Christmas trees laying on the side of the road. They were throwing them out. There was a 7-foot tree in the box, and a 3-foot tree, not in a box, but it was in a plastic pot. You know, of course, they're both fake trees. Deb threw all of her Christmas trees away. I don't know why. And I can't find mine. Although I think I know where they are. I haven't had a chance to go look there. I looked everywhere else I thought they were, and I didn't find them. And so we just kind of gave up on a Christmas tree this year. And then Friday night, I found two on the side of the road. I brought them home to her place. We put the 7-foot tree up. It went up real easy. It was a really easy, narrow, they call it a slim. It had some frosting on the edges of some of the branches, some fake pine cones. It was a nice looking tree, decent looking tree. And we decorated it, and it came out beautiful. I put it on the, I put it up on the poop group on Facebook. Very happy with it. It came out really nice, and that saved our Christmas because we had some decorations up, but we didn't have a tree, and now we have a tree, and it's beautiful. So it made our day. We spent Friday night and Saturday decorating it, and so that and we've left it on. We just turned it on, and yeah, it's beautiful. It really made a difference. I'm really happy we did that. So, and then let's see. As you can tell, I'm in the tent. You know, trying to stay warm out here. I got the heater going. It's on high heat, and it's set for 72 degrees. I think it's helping for sure, but normally I get in here and everything is inside the tent, the TV and everything, and I zip the door closed to keep the heat in, but tonight I didn't have time to get it all inside the tent. I'd have to back everything up, and so we didn't bother with that. So the camera and the monitor outside the tent, the door's open. You can see just a hint of the door right there. And the rest of it is just the tent collapsing because it's not, it's just kind of haphazardly tied up inside the garage. It's not going anywhere. I didn't pull it all tight and everything. It's not that important. And yeah, it's getting decently comfortable in here. I'm not freezing to death, so we're doing pretty good. Tim, what's up? Merry Christmas, man. What's up? Good to see you. Rando Vision, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, 15 degrees. Yeah, it's about It's probably down to about 30 here. It went down to 26 last night. Let me see what it is right now. Let's go on that. Get an update. And 39. So, you know, it's in the 30s again. It's supposed to go down to 34 tonight, not 26. So it's going to be a little bit warmer tonight than last night. So that's good. Yeah, it's only supposed to go down to 34 tonight. So that's good. So, oh, thank you, buddy. Tim, that's wonderful. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Every little bit helps, man. I can't even begin to tell you how much of a difference when you guys just, you know, just a few dollars makes so much difference. The jet I got on sale from your guy, I got an extra $30 off from you guys contributing to my little channel here, and that helped a lot. I got to tell you, I'm so excited about the new jet. Can't wait to get it finished. How's the campsite going? Merry Christmas, Spencer. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, it's we're warming up. I just got the heater on, and it's doing okay. It's not going to do as good as it normally does, because normally I have all this, the monitor and the laptop and the cameras inside the tent, and I zip the tent closed. And not that that really helps, because it's all mesh right there so that the light outside can shine in, but it's really not making it in tonight. So I've got this light on. It's a magnifying glass with a halo light around it, and that's doing a pretty good job. You know, that's lighting me up enough to, it looks good on camera, so we're good. And the other version of the camera would be this. Not really good quality on this camera. Oh, that's the camera. This is the good camera here. So this is much better quality as far as the brightness, clearness of the camera is much better here than the other one. This other one's the one that's in the laptop, and for as expensive as a laptop as this is, it's got terrible. The camera's terrible. I'm really disappointed in this camera, but this is the one that's in the face of the laptop. So we'll stay on the other camera. This is a better view. Yes, the desk is a very mess because I haven't had time to clean it. Didn't have time tonight to clean it. I got here and had to get things switched around. Really wasn't in the mood to do much tonight because it's too cold. So I didn't do much. So yeah, the desktop's a mess. If this warms up good enough and I decide to stay out here, maybe we'll play with the jet a little bit. I'll bring it in and show you what I did, and I'll clean this up. But otherwise, we're gonna just ignore that for now. Oh, you did the PJ50 in a Coast Guard scheme, Tim? Oh man, can't wait to see that. I bet that looks cool. Good idea. I like that. That's a good idea. Ron, what's up? Ho 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 to you too, buddy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, man. Yeah, I'm in the Walmart in the camping section. Yeah, that's it. That's funny. Yeah. So this doesn't look. Oh, I know why. Okay, we're not. Let me look here and see. Are we lagging? No. It looks like it's. Yeah, we're not lagging at all. That's good. Okay. Good. Oh, wait a minute though. The audio, is the audio lagging? No, it's not. It looks good. Okay, good. So yeah. Let's see. I'll put my eye out? With what? I'm not sure I know what you mean with that, Ron, but okay. Let's see who else is here. Garrett being Garrett, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Craig Beaven, Merry Christmas, sir. Good to see you. Yeah, so got 12 of you in here already. That's good. Glad you guys are here. I hope I'm making your Christmas a little brighter. That's what I came here for. Any of you guys are down in the dumps or anything, I hoped to bring a little joy into your Christmas, because you guys definitely bring joy into mine. Yeah, yep. So yeah, it's good to see you too, Craig. Good to see you, man. So who else is here? Boss223, good to see you. Yep, we're in the tent tonight. Tent for heat. Yep. Yeah, the heat's on. Don't know how much good it's going to do. I mean, it's really cold tonight. We're already 39 degrees. You know, it's you know, and I have to leave the door open because all the equipment's outside the tent. You know, so we're not getting a full blown. Trying to think what the heck this is showing over here. Oh, I think it's the tent's half collapsed right there, just a little bit, and I think that's what you're seeing right here. This the black and white over here, I think, is the part of the tent sticking in, and then on this side, that gray is the door that is not, you know, open all the way. The door's kind of hanging in view. So, because everything's outside the tent, the monitor, the camera, the laptop is all outside the tent. I'm in here, heat's on, and we're doing okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go all night with this setup, but we'll see if it warms up. The heat ain't been on long enough to tell, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I ain't gonna touch nothing, Eric. Let's stop where we're good. We'll just hope for the best here. I think the heat's working. We'll see if it warms up enough to keep going out here. If not, I'm just gonna call it, guys. We're gonna call it and go back in the house. But for a little while here, I think we can stand it. So we'll see what. Yeah, 7 degrees there. Wow. Yeah, that's cold, guys. Yeah, thank God for global warming. Can you imagine how cold it would be if we didn't have that global warming shit going on? Oh my God, we'd all be in, you know, it'd be the ice age, wouldn't it? Day after tomorrow. You know. Yeah, it's supposed to be warmer tomorrow. It's only going down. It went down to 26 last night. It's only supposed to go down to 34 tonight. So, and then I think tomorrow it's going to warm up a little bit. I think we're going to get a warming trend from here out. So we'll be warming back up. It's supposed to be 66 Friday. Oh, cool. Yeah, so hopefully it'll warm up enough that I can go. You know, I'll have the jet done. I glued the fuselage together, and if this warms up enough, I'll go get it, bring it out, and show it to you. It came out really good. So I don't know how many of you guys have done the putting the two fuselage halves together with the carbon fiber tubes, and you slide it together and glue it. I've done 3, I think, maybe 4. The P-40, I had to put the two fuselages together, front and back. The Spitfire, I had to put the fuselage front and back. The 737, I had to do the fuselage front and back. And now the J-65. So that's 4 airplanes. And all 4 of them needed sanding to get the fuselages to mate perfectly. You know, every one of them was off slightly, and I had a gap. You know, like on one part it had a slight gap. And the only way to get that gap closed, I mean, you can pull it tight, but you're going to have constant, the plane's constantly going to try to tear that glue joint apart if you've forced it together and glued it. So what I do is I sand it. I sand the area that's touching so that it'll go together quick, farther, and then get it all the way together. So if you sand it, and it's not hard work at all, guys, but it's tedious. It's time consuming. You have to really be careful because if you overdo it, you're going to get like this. You're going to get a gap where you over sanded in the middle, and it's touching in the corners, and now you got a void in the middle. So you got to keep sanding it evenly and keep checking it to make sure you don't get too aggressive in one spot and create another gap trying to close the other gap. You know what I mean? So that's what I did on all four of these airplanes. And this one, I don't know if this is the worst. I seem to remember that the 737 having a major gap that I had to fix. But anyway, so you get it sanded right until you can, bring it together, and then it comes out beautiful. And the J65 came out beautiful. It glued together perfect. I was going to epoxy it together. I normally, if it's something that's broken off, okay, that's not supposed to come apart, I usually epoxy it. If it's something that's replaceable, like a stabilizer or a rudder or something like that, where you can buy a replacement in case I break it, then I'll use foam tack or contact cement so that it's removable and I can buy just that piece and replace it. If you epoxy a elevator to the fuselage and you break the elevator, you're going to have to replace the fuselage because you're never going to get the elevator off the fuselage without destroying it. So you're going to have to buy a new fuselage and an elevator, and I try not to do that. So I check to see if the front and back halves of the J65 were sold separately, and they are. So I went ahead and I foam tacked it together instead of epoxy. I was originally going to epoxy it, and I had the epoxy out ready to mix it and everything, and I said, let me just go check. So I did, and sure enough, they do sell the front and the half separately. So I didn't epoxy it, I foam tacked it. That way you can get it apart. And the real trick to getting it apart in that situation, guys, is pretty easy. You say I broke the tail of the J65. So what I would do is cut the foam tail off as close to the overlap where they go together as I could. So all I'm working with now is the part that's glued. And then I would take the X-Acto knife and I would cut like a little section of it where it's, wrapped around the other half, and I'd start peeling it off. And I'd end up just carefully peeling off the tail section to not damage the front, because I'm going to replace the tail anyway. So, that way I can get that all cleaned up and ready for a new tail, and then put the new tail on, and we're fixed. So that's how I do it. And so at the last minute, I changed my mind and went with foam tack because the tail is sold separate from the fuselage, the front part. So so that's what I did. It came out perfect. It's beautiful. Looks great. But I did have to spend some time, massaging it, sanding it, getting it. So, yeah, that's it, Rando Vision. Yeah, I love Spectrum. That's my favorite radio. So let's see. Yeah, it's dead middle of winter. What do I think? Well, in Florida, it's usually not this cold. But we do occasionally get this cold, but it's usually a day or two. And like I said, it's already, last night was 26 degrees. It's only supposed to go down to 34 degrees today. And it probably, by tomorrow, it's probably going to be back in the lows will be in the 40s or 50s, probably by tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm expecting it to warm up pretty good. So the brand of transmitter I like, Austin, is the Radio Master. Okay, and the reason I like the Radio Master is the programmability of it. You can do it. You can make it do anything, stuff that other radios can't do. It's only $200. It came with Halifax gimbals, color touchscreen, 16 channels, fully programmable with telemetry. It does everything, and it talks to 70 different protocols, including Spectrum. So I can fly all my Spectrum airplanes that I have, which is 30 some Spectrum planes. And that's not the bulk of my stuff. Most of my stuff is not Spectrum, but I probably have at least 30 some planes that are Spectrum, and they'll all work perfect with the Radio Master transmitter. I've got my Draco on it. I've got my Night Timber X on it. I've got the new, what do they call that thing? The Twin Otter. My Twin Otter is on it. What else is Spectrum on it? My Night Radiant is on it. Let's see, what else? That might be all the Spectrums I have on it so far. As I bring planes back out to fly them, I've been transferring them onto the Radio Master. So yeah, so that's my favorite radio because it's just cost effective and it does everything. You know, there's nothing that radio won't do, and it's not $2,000. So I don't know why anybody wouldn't buy. I don't care if you like Spectrum or not. Why you wouldn't buy that transmitter just doesn't make sense to me. You know, it'll fly all your Spectrum stuff perfectly. You know, and it'll do everything the other radio do, so and more. So that's my radio choice. Yeah, Austin, you can download the Amber package, which gives you a lot more sound effects and voices and call outs, and it's fun because there's some really funny stuff that you can program into your radio with that. And you can download any sound you want and add it to the radio. It's really easy to do. And yeah, I love my FreeSky radios. They're both running OpenTX. So I have two FreeSky Tyrannus Pluses. One's the special edition, which has the Halifax gimbals and all that, and the other one is the earlier model that does not, but it still works perfect. And the older one, it has the Spectrum module in the bay in the back. So that radio is where all my other Horizon Hobby bind and fly products are on, is on the other radio. So between that radio and the Radio Master is where I'm flying all my Spectrum stuff. The SE edition does not have the module in the back, and I'm not going to put one in it because I don't need it. I've got two other transmitters that can handle that. So, but yeah, I love my FreeSky stuff. But you know, now that the Radio Master's out, I wouldn't recommend the FreeSky over because the Radio Master's using FreeSky protocol. That's their standard or their basic protocol. Even though it'll talk to 70 different protocols, their main protocol is FreeSky. And if you buy Radio Master receivers, which are really cheap, let me say inexpensive. They're well made. It's very good quality, but it's all FreeSky. So you can use the telemetry. They've gotten rid of their telemetry receiver, but I'm sure they're going to come out with another one. They had copied FreeSky's telemetry receiver to the T, and they got sued over it, so they had to discontinue it. Their standard receivers are still good. They're all still available. Just that one telemetry one. So I'm sure they're working on a new telemetry receiver of their own to come out with, and then they won't have to deal with, you know, FreeSky sue on them. So the reason they got sued is because it was the exact same schematic, everything as theirs. They just copied it completely. And you know, copying the technology you can do. Copying the exact way you do it, you can't. Okay, if you make your own receiver and it just happens to use all that other stuff, that's fine. But if you copy that exactly what they made exactly, then no, they won't go for that. So they got sued over that. They had to discontinue those receivers. I think it was the 168, which I probably bought 30 of those anyway. And so yeah, but it's all free sky. That's their standard, but it'll fly a lot of different stuff. So if you want to fly other brands, you can. No, right. My new truck's not on that. I haven't tried that yet. Because everything I bought, and you might be referring to my real truck, but everything has been ready to run, so it comes with its own transmitter. So I haven't had to try to put any of that stuff on the. And I have no problem driving a vehicle with a stick radio. I used to race when I was back in the 80s, racing RC cars. I was racing them with a stick radio and a wheel radio. It doesn't matter to me. Either one works fine. Most of the time I was using the stick radio because I didn't have any trouble finding my transmitter in the transmitter impound. It's not hard to find a stick radio in the transmitter impound in a car race. So yeah, it was easy to find. Wow, you've got 7 feet of snow. Holy crap. Really, right, son? Wow. Damn, I don't miss it. I'm from Cleveland. I know what snow is, and I don't miss it. That's why I moved here. So, yeah, history-making weather. Yeah. All right, you're checking out, Tim? Well, hey, Merry Christmas, man. I'm glad you stopped in. Good to see you, buddy. You enjoy the rest of your Christmas. I don't know. Are you all off tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow. If you guys that have to go back to work tomorrow, sorry for that, buddy. I wish you had another day off. I'm off tomorrow, so I was supposed to be off Tuesday also, but they already called me in to work Tuesday, so I'll be working Tuesday. But at least I have tomorrow off, so that's good. Work for you? You got to work tomorrow, Spence? Oh, man. Why? Who's going to come buy a car tomorrow? Anybody? I assume you're still under snow, right? You're probably snowed in. Can't imagine anybody coming to buy a car. So, Tim's off tomorrow. Good. Glad to hear it, Tim. You have a good night, man. We'll see you. Maybe we'll see you Thursday. Is that the busiest week of the year? Really? I thought you said there was nobody coming in when we were in the Zoom. You've been busy, really? Merry Christmas, Ron. Victor, what's up? Merry Christmas, man. Hope you had a good one. All of you. I hope you all had a good Christmas. Oh, I forgot to bring my ex. Debbie bought me this really cute little toolbox that has a flashlight on the outside that you can stand up and position. And then it came with some screwdrivers, a pair of needle nose pliers, a knife, one of those little box cutter type knives, and some tiny little mini screwdrivers for like working on a pair of sunglasses or glasses. And then what else was in there? Some little socket set um, that just works with the screwdriver handle, and you put the quarter drive bit in it. And yeah, it's a nice little, cute little set. Keep in the car. So I was going to bring that and show it, and I forgot it. I left the house without it. And then I got the jet, and that's what I got. But so I was telling you guys earlier, I don't know if you guys heard me, but I was Friday night driving the bus. I stopped and picked up 2 Christmas trees that somebody was throwing away on the side of the road. One was in the box, the other one was laying loose. The one that was loose was like a 3-foot tree in a plastic flower pot. You know, it was made that way. And the one in the box was a 7-foot tree that came with its own stand, and it was a 3-piece tree you put together, and then all the branches just fold out. And so we put that up and decorated it, and it came out beautiful. So we didn't have a tree. Deb threw her trees out, and I couldn't find mine. I think I know where they are, but I looked everywhere but there. It didn't occur to me that they might be there until she said, you know, what about the shipping container? And I was like, oh, crap, I didn't even think to look in there. And after thinking about it, I think they might be in there. I think I've got like 5 or 6 Christmas trees. The only one I could find was my original tree from when I was a kid. You know, it's over 50 years old, and I found that one out in the barn, but it's too much work to put up. I didn't want to, and it's a very big tree. It's, you know, the bottom of it is probably 6 feet across, maybe. You know, it's a really big, fat, tall Christmas tree, and it's beautiful when it's up, but it's a lot of work to put up. You know, it's got a big wooden pole in the middle, and you have to put each branch. You know, they're all numbered in a numbered holder, and you got to put each one in the holes. So it takes quite a while to put up. It's not a just open it up thing. It's complicated, but once you get it up, it's beautiful. So, but I didn't feel like putting that one up. So I found this one on the side of the road and took it home, and we put it up, and it really came out nice. It's beautiful. So, and if you're on the poop group, you've seen the picture. If I get up to go to the bathroom, on the way by, I'll stop at the camera, and I'll put my phone up and show you what it looks like, because I've got pictures of it. So, Tim, you put the shockwave sound system in your planes? Yeah, I have one plane with that in it. It's pretty cool. Everybody loves that. Every time I bring that out to the field, you know, for a while there, they asked me, "Hey, did you bring the Mustang? Did you bring the Mustang?" Because that's the one I have the sound system in. You know, because they love hearing it. You know, everybody really loves that. So, yeah. So I only have one plane with a sound system in it, but it's pretty cool. Jeff in Lower Alabama, welcome, sir. Merry Christmas to you. Good to see you. Jackson RC, good to see you, buddy. Merry Christmas. So, yeah, so that the tree was cool, and the jet came out good. It's so far, I haven't finished screwing it together because it's just too cold out here in the garage to work on an airplane. So I'm going to wait. I'm sure I'll have it together by Thursday when I go live again. So I'll either have it on this table in here if I'm still in the tent, or I'll put it on the desk back out right behind me there. But either way, I'll have it on the desk with the lights on. I'm sure I'll have it assembled by then. It probably isn't going to take 30 minutes to screw the rest of it together now that I've glued the fuselage halves. So yeah, it's coming along. Really excited. Really, really excited. I think I'm really going to love that jet. So right now it's 39 degrees. It's supposed to go down to 34 tonight. It was 26 degrees. This morning when we woke up, it was 26 degrees. So it's not supposed to go that low tonight. It's only supposed to go down to 34. And John, what's up? Welcome to the show. Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Good to see you. Still in Georgia having fun. Oh, well, it's cold in Georgia, isn't it? According to Air Marshal. How long is the fuselage? It's probably, I'd say with the tail on it, you know, from the nose cone to the tip of the stabilizer, which is the farthest part back, it's probably about 6.5, almost 7 feet. Because somebody had it, I think it was James. No, that was the P-50. Somebody had it standing up next to him that I know is pretty tall, and it was taller than them. So yeah, I'm guessing it's in the 6.5 to 7 foot length, you know, from tip to tip. So it's pretty long, and the wingspan's huge. I think it's bigger than 1450. You know, my Viper jet's 1450, and I think this wingspan's wider than that. So it's pretty big. I know the wing loading's really light too, so it flies on low power. You know, other guys were getting 9 minutes. You know, I'm sure I'll get 2 hours. I already told that joke, but yeah. No, but I'm sure I'm going to get long flight times, and it's not going to, I don't think it's going to be hard on batteries at all. So this is the perfect jet for me. You know, something that's not going to destroy battery packs that I have to keep replacing is my kind of airplane. So, yeah, how about that, Jeff? Not bad. Yeah, my roadside Christmas tree, it's a pretty nice tree. When I opened it up and saw how, you know, it was in really good condition. You know, they had put it back in the original box and taped it up, and yeah, it's a pretty nice tree. We're really happy with it. You know, it's slim, so it doesn't take a lot of room, which is nice because her apartment's, you know, pretty good size, but it's the right size tree for the apartment for sure. And we had all the decorations, but I've got so many Christmas decorations, guys. I could load an entire tree with nothing but Star Trek, lighted Star Trek ornaments. Okay, I probably have 50, 60 of they'll plug in you pull the light bulb out, plug the Star Trek ornament in, and it's fully lit. You know, it's got all the flashing running lights and all that stuff. Hell, I've got a couple of them that even talk. One's got Spock's voice in it. It's the space shuttle Galileo from the original Star Trek. And when you push the button, Leonard Nimoy's voice says, "Happy holidays, live long and prosper," something like that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so I could decorate an entire tree with just that. And then I've got so many ornaments from 50 years ago when I was a kid. I have all those ornaments, and then everything we've bought new since then. So I've got Christmas stuff like you wouldn't believe. And I think I have 6 Christmas trees. And one of them is super cool. The last one I bought, which is the one I was looking for and couldn't find, I think it's in the shipping container, has colored lights and music that you program from your phone. And it'll do all kinds of patterns. I mean, there's like 50 different light patterns that it'll do, you know, where it just kind of does a wave action, or they just blink randomly, or a flow of in every color in the rainbow, because it's a red, blue, green type bulb, and you can make the mixture lets it fade from every color you can possibly make. So it's a really cool tree. And then it had white lights all over it. Well, the white lights were old incandescent bulbs, the mini bulbs, and they all burned out. So we bought enough LED lights now, white LED lights, just to replace all the lights on the tree, the white lights, not the colored lights. So I'm going to when I get the tree out and back up, we're going to take all the white lights that burned out off and put these LEDs on. and then the tree will be fixed and beautiful again. But it's a really cool Christmas tree. So I'm looking forward to next year putting that back up and fixing it. You didn't decorate it all this year? Yeah, we weren't gonna either, Eric. I mean, we put a few things up, but because she threw away her trees, and I couldn't find mine. We weren't gonna have a Christmas tree, and then I found them on the side of the road Friday night driving the bus, and I tell you, it lit us both up. When I brought those in the house and put that 7-foot tree up, we just both got really excited about decorating it. And so we spent all night Friday night and most of Saturday, not constant, just kept, adding more stuff to it, and it really came out really nice. It's a really pretty tree. I'll show you a picture of it. Yeah, I've been collecting the Star Trek ornaments for years. I mean, a lot of years, and. Yeah, next year I should put a tree in the tent. Chick 6, hey, Merry Christmas, man. Yeah, it's a good idea. I could do that. There's plenty of room right here. I could have easily put a tree right here next to me. So yeah, maybe we'll do that next year. It's a good idea. Probably the tree that we've got in the apartment right now. I'll probably put that one in here. I'll redecorate it the way we did and put it right here. It's not a bad idea. And I'll have this cleaned off. This has just been a catch-all for crap because I haven't been in the tent. This is the first time back in the tent this year. I've been out of the tent all year, because it's been warm. Didn't need to be in here. So yeah, I haven't been in the tent at all. This is the first night in the tent. So by Thursday, I'll have this cleaned up. We'll have a much better looking show Thursday. Maybe I'll have everything back inside the tent where I can zip it up and it'll get even warmer in here than it is. And get that light. The light that's outside is not really shining in here much at all. I'm getting some light from it, but it usually sits over this mosquito netting right here. And for some reason, the light's not pulling all the way over the mesh, so we're not getting really the light from that light outside. It's kind of, I'm getting some light from it, but not like it should. That's why I got this on. This is helping a tremendous amount. We're getting enough light there to illuminate me, and it's working out pretty good. So yeah, we always put good things on the side of the road. You know what? A lot of people do. I can't tell you how much stuff I've picked up over the years that somebody was throwing away that, that I'm still using, all kinds of stuff. People with a lot of money tend to throw away a lot of stuff, they needed it, they used it once, and then they just throw it away because they don't want to store it. And if they ever need it again, they don't care that they have to go buy another one. And I'm the kind of guy that keeps everything. I don't throw nothing away. So yeah, it's so I've picked up a lot of nice stuff over the years. Tables, chairs. There's 2 tables out here I'm using as build tables that I picked up on the side of the road. And then this table here, somebody was throwing away. As a matter of fact, this one was on the side of the road. It's a glass top patio table, for outside on your back patio near the pool with chairs. I didn't get the chairs, but I got the table. And this is a beautiful. And this was in the bedroom in the house with an airplane stand on it with 8 airplanes in the stand on top of this table. And then I have another one just like this. That somebody gave me. I didn't find it on the side of the road, but somebody gave it to me. They didn't want it. So I have 2 of these, and I have 2 big wood tables. One has 3 leaves. 2 leaves or 3 leaves? 2 leaves. I think it's 2 leaves. that makes the table, Christ, I think it's 10 or 12 feet long, and huge table. So, and I did the unboxing of my my turbine jet that I bought on that table back, I don't know, 6 months ago. So yeah, I find a lot of good stuff that I bring home and put to use. So. Big Jim, what do you mean when you say White House ornaments? What are White House ornaments? You mean actual ornaments from the White House? Do you work in the White House? Uncle Kenny's bouncy house. Yeah. You saw a lady on the side of the road once. At least you think she was a lady, but not free. Yeah, if it's not free, it's not for me. So. Ken Bird, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Exactly. I'm the same way, John. Even if it needs a little repair, I'll fix it. You know, that's the kind of guy I am. I don't like throwing away good shit. So I don't mind picking up something that needs a little fixing and I'll fix it. Yeah, I'm just that way. I don't waste money. Um, you know, that way I have, you know, money to buy an airplane when I want one. You know, because I don't spend money on frivolous stuff, and I fix everything I can. I don't throw nothing away. So yeah, that's just how I roll. So the White House puts out ornaments every year. I didn't know that. I never knew that. Where do you go to see that stuff? I didn't know the White House put out ornaments. That's interesting. And I never heard that before. Wow. Non-political. Well, that's good. Wow. Did they light up or are they just like static uh, ornaments? So you just got home from the grandkids' house and they're spoiled rotten, huh? Well, that's all right. Yeah, that's what's great about being a grandparent. You know, you can leave them. Souvenir shops around DC. Oh, really? Wow. Interesting. I never knew that. I'm gonna have to look some of that stuff up. See what I've been missing. I didn't know that. What, they were talking about the Christmas ornaments on the news tonight? Fred! What's up? Merry Christmas! Welcome to Hangar 51. Back in the tent. Definitely needed to be in the tent tonight. It's very, very cold. It's probably gone down since the 39. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, it went down. It's 38 now. So we went down 1 degree since I started the show. I don't know how long we've been on. What time is it? Let me look here. So we've been on almost an hour, coming up on an hour. This new laptop battery is not doing its job. I don't know what's wrong with it. It lost, I'm sure it fully charged when I shut down the other night. And when I came in today, it was only at 32%. It's still only at 32%. It's plugged in, it's not charging. Something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. Little concerned about that. It's a brand new battery, damn it. It's got a 5-year warranty, so I'll have to contact them and tell them, hey, this battery will not take a charge. Maybe the cold's getting to it. I did leave it out here in the cold. Maybe I need to take it in the house and let it warm up. Oh, no kidding. So do they only do one ornament a year? Is that how they do it? They just make an ornament and then they, reproduce it in mass numbers and sell them off, and it's one special ornament each year. So this year is a Pat Nixon gingerbread house. Very interesting. Wow, very interesting. I did not know that. Never heard that before. That's pretty cool. One of my buddies just sent me a Merry Christmas, just sending it back. And then I wanted to see, somebody sent me a, hang on. Did I get a notification about something else here? A bunch of stuff. The guys are in the poop group chatting away. I'm not going to read that stuff, but that's the notifications I'm hearing. Yeah, no, I did just see that on the news about the busload of immigrants sent to her neighborhood. Yeah, I saw that. We were watching Last Man Standing, and then national news come on after it. So I didn't change channels to it; it just came on, and that was the big story: is all these, immigrants getting bused to D.C. Well, you guys wanted them. You wanted to give them homes. Well, go ahead. Open your homes up. Give them a place to stay tonight. It's going to be cold. I guess it was last night, that they showed up. New Year's Eve. Or, I'm sorry, Christmas Eve. So, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was pretty funny. So, different theme each year, but they just do one ornament. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty much how the Star Trek ornaments went. It was usually only one a year. Um, and every year was a different, ship or somebody, something, shuttle, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, even Enterprise E, that was in the movie. They did that one too. So they did all the Enterprises from the first one to the E, and so yeah, it's quite a collection. A lot of cool stuff. And then I bought some Star Wars stuff too. There's Star Wars ornaments, so I have a bunch of Star Wars ornaments too. So yeah, it's when I put those on the tree, it's pretty cool. All the little flashing lights, on all the different ships blinking. It really puts on a show. It's pretty cool. The Romulan warbird is really cool because it's all green, and it really shows up. It's pretty big too. I mean, it's a pretty substantial sized ornament from considering the size of the other ones. So it looks really cool. I don't know, Ken. It's a good question. I haven't heard about any real big sales. There's a lot of sales still going on. The J65 is still on sale at Banana Hobbies for $4.99. So if you guys want to get that jet for $4.99, man, that's a good deal. It's normally $6.29, and it's still on sale at Banana for $4.99. There's some sales going on at Horizon and Tower right now still. Nothing I was too excited about, mostly surface stuff. But, you know, keep your eyes peeled. You know, something's bound to come up. You just never know. Yeah, somebody needs to go up there and shut the door in Canada. With the freezer door. It's cold. God damn, it's cold. Oh, nice. Good job, Big Jim. Yeah. Yeah, I bought the big 1/6 scale Jeep. It was on sale. It's normally $329, and it was on sale for I think $199, or maybe it was even cheaper than that. It was definitely under $200. Yeah, it was $199, and then I had some points. So I actually shipping and tax and shipping and everything, I had it shipped to my door for $197. So my points and my stuff added up to enough to get it down to $197 shipped, you know, tax and all. And so yeah, I picked that up. No, Ken, I didn't fly today. Too cold. You know, the high today only made it to 41, and I'm not going to go flying in 41-degree weather. That's just nuts. Um, yeah, I do too, Fred. You know, all the Hallmark stuff. You know, I have so much of that stuff. You know, I mean, when they little cars that, you know, there was a Camaro one year I bought, and yeah, I got all kinds of cars and trucks and Star Trek stuff and space and Star Wars stuff, and yeah, I have quite a collection of Christmas ornaments. I have enough I have 6 Christmas trees, and I have enough ornaments to decorate all 6 trees. Easy. You know, I could do each tree in a different theme. You know, I have that many ornaments. I mean, I'm just packed full of Christmas stuff because I never get rid of it. Been saving it for 50 years, you know, since, you know, probably more than that, 55 years, since I was a little kid. You know, we kept all that stuff, and as I grew up, moved out, I took that stuff with me. I wanted it. My mom was going to throw it all out, and I said, "Oh no, you're not. I'll take it." You know, so I have all of it. Oh yeah, that's when you got yours during my show? Oh, good for you, man. That's cool. I don't think I have any Hallmark NASCAR ornaments. I can't remember. I got a shitload of NASCAR stuff, but I don't think I have any Christmas ornaments. I got a shitload of die cast, and I've got NASCAR Barbie. I've got all kinds of stuff, but I don't think I have any Christmas ornaments. I have flatware, Star Trek. What do they call it? The Academy. Anyway, a plate, a cup, knife, fork, and spoon, all in a glass, all Star Trek issue, you know, Starfleet, Starfleet Command issue. It was one of my buddies had it. He gave it to me. That was pretty cool. I really liked that. So I didn't know that existed either. So he was downsizing some of his stuff, and he knew I was a big Star Trek fan, so he gave me that stuff. Very cool. I still have that. Like I said, I don't get rid of anything. That's why I needed this big damn garage. I need some place to store all this stuff. I'm telling you, I'm just paintings, some artwork. I've got a bunch of Star Trek artwork he gave me that was really cool. I got to get that stuff in frames. Yeah, just all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I've got a bunch of Earnhardt stuff and Petty stuff. I don't think I have any Bill Elliott stuff. Although I liked Bill Elliott, I don't think I have any particular. I take that back. I think I have a custom McDonald's car of Elliott's, I believe. But I have a bunch of Earnhardt stuff. My mom was a big Earnhardt fan, and when she saw something on QVC or Home Shopping Network that was Dale Earnhardt, it didn't matter what it was. She bought it for me. So every year I got Christmas presents with Dale Earnhardt stuff. This gold card that's in a special wooden box. I don't even remember. And I've got the shadow box that has his picture and the car. I think it's the Daytona 500 win. And his picture sitting in the car is above it. And then there's a shadow box below it where you put the die-cast car in it. And I have that. That's actually sitting on my baker's rack right now in the kitchen. So that one's always displayed. And yeah, just all kinds of stuff. So what did you do? You did the Steam edition of Real Flight, Fred? Is that what you're talking about? So I'm worried with that. Can you still play the game without being online? Say you lost internet. Can you still fly your stuff just on your computer, or do you have to be online once you go Steam? Yeah, John, I get that. I used to buy so much die-cast stuff. I mean, I've just got, I would say without exaggerating, probably thousands of pieces of die-cast. It was addicting. I was buying that stuff like crazy, and I decided to stop because I want to buy airplanes, and I don't want to buy any more dust collecting, die-cast stuff. I have so much of it, and most of my stuff is the old NASCAR, none of the new stuff. And I had to stop somewhere. I just don't have room for it all. Most of the stuff is just in its boxes, packed away, because I don't have any place to display it. And I just decided that, I'm actually getting to the point now where I might even start selling it. I just, I don't know. So you still can do it on offline. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I really don't care that I can buy new airplanes. Listen, it's a video game. There's hundreds of damn airplanes to fly in there. I don't need to fly the latest, greatest, whatever they come out with. I don't give a crap. I've got stuff I can fly, jets and helicopters and everything else. So, being able to buy a new airplane that they develop is not interesting to me. I could care less. As long as my edition works, and I'm not probably never going to do the Steam thing. I'm just not going to bother. I don't need it. I get the idea of what they want to do with it. They want to be able to just develop one airplane, and if you want it, you pay a small fee to get it. But I'm just never going to pay for another airplane. I've got more than enough airplanes to fly in any real flight, fun fly we have. I don't need to download the next greatest airplane. So, yeah, I probably won't bother. Oh, your brother got you the Steam Evolution today? Yeah? Did you install it yet, Matt? Yeah, for people that are really into real flight, Jeff, I guess that's true, but I'm not. So I'm not going to be buying any more, real flight airplanes. I'm going to buy real airplanes, that I could fly, not simulated airplanes to play on a computer. There's plenty of fun stuff to fly on the computer. So I won't need any more airplanes. I got plenty. Yes, you did? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm not interested in buying any real flight airplanes. I'm just going to keep buying model airplanes that I can take to the field and fly. Save my money. Yeah, that's one place I don't need to spend money. I don't need any more real flight. You need an extra 300? A real one or a real flight extra 300? They have an Edge. They have several Edge 540s. I don't know if they have a extra 300. I don't pay that much attention. I just go down the list, see something that looks interesting, click on it, and fly it. Not that big a deal. Oh, you want a real one? Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the only time that's the Avatar one is. If it's not something that's they got it from somebody else. There's these open source guys are creating their own airplanes, and if they're flying one of those, then we just get that generic. And I don't care. Again, not that into it. I enjoy flying my real flight. I love coming in your room, Fred, and flying there. I love it, but I'm not interested in buying different airplanes. Everything that they've given me is plenty. So I'll just keep coming and flying what I can get my hands on that's in the real flight. I don't need to be buying anything new. It's plenty fun just flying what I've got. So I'm just not into that real flight stuff. Not enough to do the Steam edition and start buying other airplanes. So an Embry-Riddle scheme? Oh, that's interesting. I have too many other pokers in the fire, guys. I mean, RC's not the only thing I do. You know, I race cars, not RC cars anymore, but I might get back to that. Um, but full scale cars, I SCCA and NHRA race. You know, strictly amateur stuff. I'm not. I don't spend a lot of money in it. I just enjoy it, and so I do that. I go to car shows when I can. Haven't done that in a while, but I want to get back to it. I got 9 cars here to get back on the road, at least 8 of them. One's already on the road, but I need to get some more on the road. Got 2 motorcycles. I need to get both of those back on the road. So I just have too many things going on. and no time to do it. The bus schedule, they hired me back part-time, which is what I wanted, but they've made me work every day. And every day they keep calling me, can you work tomorrow? Can you work tomorrow? Can you work tomorrow? I mean, they called me Friday on the radio, had me call in to say, can you work Tuesday? I'm supposed to be off Monday and Tuesday. Those are my days off, Monday and Tuesday. Well, we already have Monday off, tomorrow off, because we're closed. But I was supposed to be off Tuesday too, and they already asked me to work Tuesday. So now I got to work Tuesday, and then I got to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm supposed to be off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday again. But I guarantee you they're going to call me and ask me to work one of the Monday or Tuesday or both the week after that too. So got a bunch of guys on vacation right now, and people sick. So between that, there's all these open routes they need covered, and I pretty much never say no, so they know they can rely on me to cover it. So yeah, not yet, Fred. They will be. There'll be more planes coming out. I'm sure they're working on some stuff. So yeah, there'll be some coming along. If you're talking about EQ, if you're talking about those being in real flight, yeah, probably not. I doubt they're going to do anything. I'm sure they won't do any free wing planes. Dynam or a jet. Well, they've got jets, but their own jets. I don't know if they'll do anybody else's stuff. That's interesting. They do have some generic planes in there, although there might be Hangar 9 planes. I don't know. They don't say that, but some of the stuff they have in there might be Hangar 9 stuff. I don't know. Yeah, is there a PBY Catalina in there? There is, isn't there? I'm pretty sure there is. I was going to fly that one night. Yeah, Jeff. I have the Voodoo. Um, got that up in Alabama at the Alabama Bigfoot event. I picked up a used Voodoo. I don't have the UMX Otter, and I won't be buying it. I definitely don't like a profile plane. If the Beach 18 goes on sale, I'll probably buy it. I think it's a little too pricey right now. But if they have a sale on it, I'll probably get it. Yeah, how are people going to get to Walmart? Depends on where you live, Check 6. Snowmobile for some of these guys, or dog sled. Here, as long as you got a car with heat, you're good. The roads are still open, no problem there. It's just cold. You got to have heat. Man, it's cold. And I'm getting cold. This heater's not keeping up. It's getting colder and colder out here, and I can't. So I'm going to have to call this pretty soon. I'm going to give it a little bit more, but Yeah, it's down to 35. Oh my God. Yeah, it's down to 35 out here, guys. So yeah, we're getting close to, you know, freezing. So I'm going to have to call this soon. So yeah, yeah, there you go, Craig. I just told you. It's 35 right now out here in the garage. And well, that's what the temperature is. So, and I don't think this heater's keeping up. You know, I could feel the warmth right here, but with the door open, it's not really containing in the tent like it used to. Even though that mesh was there, it kept the heat in. With the door wide open, it's not keeping the heat in. So we're definitely, and I knew that because every time I unzipped the door to go to the bathroom, when I came back in, the temperature had dropped like 5, 10 degrees, you know, because the door was open. Then I zip it closed and it would warm back up. So I know this door being open is a big problem. So by Thursday, I'll back all this stuff back up against the back wall here and get the table back, and then I can get the laptop and the monitor inside the tent and zip it closed. So I'll work on that this week so that by Thursday we're in the tent, totally in the tent. Yeah, it's 12 degrees there. Yeah, yeah, but you're not outside in a tent though. I'm sure you're in your house. Yeah, I'm outside in a tent. It's not working. It's too damn cold out here. So yeah, that's the difference. I'd take the rest of the jet pieces in the house and put it together on my bed, but I want to video it. So I'm going to have to wait for it to warm up a little bit, and then we'll do it out here where I can video it, because I don't want to video it on my bed. Um, so yeah, because I want to do a build video on the J65, I'm going to have to wait till it warms up. But the fuselage is in the house, nice and warm, because that's where I glued it together. I didn't want to glue it out here in the cold. I just didn't think the glue was gonna get. Oh, so see there, you're warmer than me, Matt. Look at that. Yeah, we're really cold over here. I don't understand that. That's so weird. I know you're a little farther north, but you know I'm on the Gulf of Mexico. You know that water's pretty warm compared to the Atlantic where you are. I still can't figure out how in the world you're that much warmer than me. It's 35 here and it's 48 there. Man, that's crazy. 15 and some snow, 13 in Tennessee. Yeah, everybody, you know, Atlanta, I guess, is still like 9 degrees. You know, it's nuts. I can't believe how cold everybody is. I mean, holy crap. What's your normal temperature, Fred? I mean, are you usually at 15 degrees right now at this time of year, or much warmer? For some reason, I'm feeling a draft. I don't know where that's coming from. Or maybe it's just the fact that it's already dropped, uh, 6 degrees since I came out here, and it's definitely making a difference. Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of the glues do, but I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to risk it. You know, the plane's too important to me, so I put it in the house to glue it. You know, it's 74 in the house. That's a good temperature. Everything works at 74 degrees. So I took it in the house to glue it together, and and it's fine. It went together beautiful. You dropped 40 degrees in 2 hours. Wow, that's what happened Friday. I think it was Friday or Thursday. The temperature dropped drastically fast while I was driving the bus. You know, I had the air conditioning on when I got on the bus, and then it went almost from air conditioning to heat. It dropped so quickly. I shut the air conditioning off, and then it got really cold fast, and I had to switch over to heat, which just blew my mind. I couldn't believe how quick the temperature dropped. Wow, it was crazy. Yeah, need a leg lamp. There we go. Yeah, yeah, that would look good on the table right here, wouldn't it? We'll have to get one of those too. It's pretty typical. Okay. That's a heat wave for you, John? 34 degrees? Really? Okay. I know I'm not going to Idaho anytime soon. I'm not interested in those kind of temperatures for a heat wave. Holy shit. Yeah, yeah, Randy. That's what happened here. I don't remember if it was Thursday night when I had the drunk on the bus or Friday, but one of those 2 days I think it was that the temperature dropped. I mean, quick. Um, I think it was Friday. I don't think it was Thursday. I think it was Friday that the temperature dropped. Um, so anybody get anything cool for Christmas? Yeah, my big Christmas present was my J65. Really, really excited about that. But that's all I got for Christmas. And that cute little toolkit that Debbie got me. Other than that, that's all. And I'm fine with that. We're having a good Christmas. Anybody get anything cool? Anything new? I know one of you said you got the Rock Hobby crawler, the 6x6. So that's cool. Anybody else get anything? It's supposed to be in the 40s later in the week, and you're excited. Got 2 cases of beer. There you go, Randy. Were they gift wrapped? Did you have to unwrap them and everything? Were they under the tree? Oh my God. I was hoping Mike Bird would show up. I don't see him. He's not here, is he? I was really hoping to see Mike tonight. So you are here, Juno. You snuck in. I didn't see you. Good to see you, buddy. Merry Christmas. You don't get in trouble drinking beer. You only when you get more beer. That's a good philosophy. I like that. Ronnie, what's up? Merry Christmas, buddy. Yeah, exactly, Ronnie. There's nothing better than staying warm in a tent on Christmas Day. I don't know how warm I'm staying. Not really. It's not working. We're down to 35 out here now, so the heater can't keep up. So yeah, we're gonna have to bug out of here. I'm gonna give it a little bit more. I'm trying to stay as long as I can stand it, but I'm getting close to that's all I can take. I can't take no more. I'm gonna have to go. Getting pretty close. It's pretty damn cold. I'm really not doing well. Yeah. I don't think my legs are relaxed, so I'm not going to get frostbite on my leg again. But at least I hope not. I don't think so. I think we're all right, but I'm not going to push it too far here. We're going to have to call it. Need to work on your flying skills? Hey, that's good advice, Big Jim. Listen, this is my recommendation. It's what I do. Every time I go flying, I spend at least one battery pack on one of my airplanes. It really doesn't matter which plane. And I just shoot touch and goes through the whole battery pack. Like I did one with Draco. I did 22 landings with Draco on one battery pack. And I try to do that every time I go flying, just to practice my landing skills, to keep up. You know, if you can get a whole flight of nothing but touch and goes, it really hones your landing skills. So it's a really good idea. Micah, what's up, buddy? Hey, Merry Christmas, man. Good to see you. So that's my recommendation to all you guys, man. Take at least one flight during the day when you go flying to just do touch and goes. You know, practice your landings. If you really want to do well, pick a plane that you struggle with. If it's a plane you have trouble landing, use that one and just shoot landing after landing. Don't be afraid to do a go around. That's what the whole purpose of it. So if it's not looking good, you don't like it, then don't land. Just do a low pass, go around, set up again. Just keep practicing. That's what I do. You know, I practice every time I fly. I spend at least one battery pack doing nothing but landings just to practice. So that's how I do. Oh, you're upgrading your landing gear on the Hawk, are you? Well, that's cool. Yeah, Ronnie, I told everybody I'd do it. I do this every year. You know, I try to be here for you guys on Christmas every year, New Year's, you know, Thanksgiving, you know, all the holidays. I always, if somebody else isn't going live, I wanna be with you guys. So I always do the holidays because I want to be here. It just happens it's Sunday nights I've been doing anyway, and so I was definitely, you know, I drove. Listen, I was at my ex's, which is, I don't know, 10 to 15 miles away, and I drove all the way back home just to do this show for you guys. And when I get done here, I'm going to go in the house and warm up a little bit and check everything over, make sure everything's good, and then I'm going back to her house. So I just came home so I could spend a little time with you guys on Christmas. So you're very welcome, Greg. Craig, I tell you, man, I really love doing this, you know, and I love being here with you guys. So that's why I do it. You know, I didn't know if you guys were watching football. I know my Bucks are playing tonight, but I'm not really into football anymore, so I don't give a crap. I'd much rather come here and freeze in my tent and talk to you guys. So there you go. Yeah. So I'm gonna, you know, so I'm glad I came. It's good seeing all of you. I'm surprised nobody really got much for Christmas. Nobody's got anything fun to say. They got, you know, really cool stuff for Christmas. Oh, you got new props, did you? Well, there you go. You got something. That's cool. Very cool, man. That's all right. You enjoy watching me freeze my ass off. Well, there you go. As long as you're enjoying it, then thank you. I'm glad I'm doing it. Thank you, Ronnie. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I'm freezing my ass off. I gotta tell you guys. When I first turned the heater on, it was 41 in here. It wasn't so bad. I thought maybe the heater was going to keep up and I would be okay, but man, it's already down. It's probably down to 34 now. It was 35 a minute. Yeah, it's still 35. So, but it dropped too fast, and it's really getting cold now. No cash to spend for Christmas. Well, I understand that, Craig. I do. Yeah. Um, Need to find a space heater on the side. No, listen, Big Jim. I bought a space heater because you guys all chipped in and got me a super great space heater. This thing is an 8-element, super quiet, and it works great. But it just can't keep up with this temperature in a tent. Okay. Now it does good if, like I said, if I can zip the door closed and I can keep it all in, it does really well. You know, I'd be doing much better if I could close the door. But I didn't have time to get everything inside the tent. I'm not going to do it tonight. It's too cold. But if I could have closed the door and been completely in the tent, it would be doing much better right now. So, but yeah, again, the temperature's way lower than normal. Normally, I'm only like in the 40s when I'm in the tent. So, oh man, thank you, Big Jim. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. That's awesome. You know, God bless you, man. So yeah, so everybody chipped in to get me this heater, and it's doing wonderful. I mean, it really does. It's just we're unseasonably cold right now. It never gets, well, it almost never gets this cold. If, like I said, and if it does, it's you know, it's only like one day or two. So normally, if it's only in the 40s out here or a little warmer, no problem. This thing keeps up, and I stay nice and toasty warm in the tent with the door closed. So I'll finish getting everything moved back for the rest of the winter and get everything in the tent so that by Thursday, I'll be able to zip the door closed and we should be good. But yeah, tonight's just too cold. You know, like I said, when I got up this morning, it was 26 degrees in Florida. Wow. In Tampa, Florida. I mean, you know, I'm not like, you know, at the top of the state in the Panhandle. I'm way the hell down in Florida. You know, I'm pretty far south. I mean, I'm at least halfway down the state anyway. You know, so we don't normally get this cold. And if we do, it's for a day or two. And that's all this is going to be. You know, we're going to have yesterday, today, maybe a little bit tomorrow. By Tuesday, it's going to be warming up, and we'll be back to normal. Hey, what's up, Lewis? Merry Christmas, buddy. Good to see you, man. So, Keith Christie, what's up? Where are my hey, come on, where are my buses? I almost missed you. You didn't put my buses up. Newts, what's up, Newts? Good to see you, man. Merry Christmas, buddy. I haven't had a chance to watch your P40 video yet, the latest one, part 3, but I'll check it out. The green thing on my desk. You're probably talking about a screwdriver. Let me look here. This green thing right here, is this what you're talking about? This is a snap-on screwdriver. It's a ratcheting screwdriver. Unless you're talking about this green thing over here, which is my phone. So I'm not sure which green thing you're talking about. There are the buses. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Keith. So yeah, this is a snap-on screwdriver. I have 4 or 5 of these, all different colors. I got a red one, an orange one, the green one. I've got a red, white, and blue one. It's a nice screwdriver. I like it. Yeah, it's got the little bits that are interchangeable. Roach Coach, what's up? Good to see you, man. You guys are getting here too late. God, I'm about ready to call the show. It's too cold out here. You know, we're at 35 and dropping, and my space heater's just not keeping up at this temperature. So I'm going to have to call it here pretty quick. But good to see you guys. Glad you made it, man. Everybody's throwing up these Christmas emojis. I love it. That's very cool, guys. Thanks. Yeah. All right, look, I'm going to get up and show you my Christmas tree real quick. And before I forget, I don't want to forget. So let me show you a picture of my tree that I found on the side of the road. You're flying tomorrow 11-ish. Good for you. I am not flying tomorrow. It's going to be way too cold to fly tomorrow. Not doing that. Let's see, photo, Christmas tree. Okay. Let me bring this over to the camera. So I found this tree on the side of the road. Of course, it wasn't decorated, but it's a pretty nice tree. It's about 7 foot tall, and it came with its own stand. Let's see, what camera are we on? We're on this one. So let me hang on a minute. Let me switch over to this view so I can see what I'm doing. Get the glare out of it. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Yeah. So I found that tree on the side of the road Friday night on the bus. So I brought it home, put it up, and then we decorated it. So we had a tree, because if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have had a tree this year. So it was a pretty good find on the side of the road, guys. Very happy. Kind of made our Christmas. You know, Deb was really excited. I was excited. It worked out nice. It cleaned up nice. Made a pretty nice tree. So, you know, treasure night, Friday night, and that was pretty good treasure. We really were happy about that. So, I know what cold is, and I'm not cold. Trust me, Keith, I'm cold. This is cold. 35's cold. You know, you got to remember, guys, it's different if you're doing something, you know? If you're moving around, working on the yard, doing something, you're active, it's not that cold. But when you're just sitting in a tent in a metal garage and not moving around, 35's cold. You know, I'm not getting any, you know, nothing's getting my blood moving, keeping me warm, you know. I need to sit here and do jumping jacks or something, which I'm not going to do. But yeah, it's is that three trees stuck together? Free shipping? Yeah. No, man, it was free on the side of the road, man. I was driving my bus, and then somebody had thrown it out, and it was laying on the side of the road. 2 trees, the 7 foot one, that one that I just showed you, in a box. It was in its original box, taped up, and then there was a 3 foot tree in a plastic pot that's made that way. Same kind of tree, you know, fake, you know, just stretch out the arm shit, laying there. So the 2 of them were sitting there, and I stopped and picked them up. I pulled the bus over, and I picked them up and threw them on the bus. And I brought it home and I put it up, and it's a beautiful tree. It came out really nice. So right now, Roach is 35. It was 41 when I started the show. I got the heater running, and I thought it felt pretty decent. I thought we were going to do pretty good, but the temperatures are, in an hour, it's dropped 6 degrees. So, you know, 35 is just pushing it a little too far. I'm not going to be able to stay out here. I'm just getting more and more cold soaked, and I'm going to have to call it here. Are we 2 hours yet? Let me look here. Almost, getting close. So, yeah, so it's just too cold to sit here. You know, the cold's just going right through me. How do I know they threw it out? Because they were very neatly set side by side together at the curb, you know. So yeah, they were throwing it out. It didn't fall off somebody's car or truck. You know, it was deliberately put out to the curb for trash night. You know, and so I stopped and picked them up. I passed them 4 times. You know, I kept going past it, going, you know, and I kept looking at it, and I'm like, and I said, if that, I'm on my last pass coming back. If that damn thing's, if they're still sitting there, I'm gonna pick them up. So they were still sitting there, so I picked them up. You had a heat wave. It got up to 15. Oh, Keith, man, that's man. I'm sorry. That's just too cold. Big Jim RC can't find your channel. Oh, really? You know, back when I lived in Ohio, I used to play with my RC truck. But I'd sit in the house on the coffee table looking out the front window, and I'd put the car outside, and I'd sit inside and drive it around in the snow, sitting in the house, you know, the nice warm house. And then when the battery got low, I'd drive it back up to the front door and go out and pick it up, bring it in, put another battery in it, put it back out, you know, and sit in the house looking out the front window and driving it, you know. So that's what I used to do when I lived in Ohio. But, you know. Oh, is Eric out of here? All right, buddy. Merry Christmas, Eric. Have a good night. Yeah. Oh, I used to do that too. Roach. Yep. I used to chase the birds around with it. Yeah. The same thing. The blue jays. They're the little nasty little fuckers. Those are. So yeah, I used to chase the blue jays around my yard too. Oh, here in Florida, if you put free on it, nobody will stop and get it. If you put $100 on it, somebody will come and take it. See, if it's free, they think it's junk and they won't even bother. But if you put a price tag on it, they'll steal it. So if you really want to make sure it gets gone, put a price tag on it. You know, the free stuff nobody wants. I want it, but you know, but if it's got a price tag on it, they think it's worth something, they'll stop and steal it. That's just the Florida way here. Yeah, blue jays are mean birds. I never knew that, but boy, I'll tell you, I had a couple of them here that just would dive bomb me and shit. You know, I know they thought they're probably protecting their home and shit, but you know, I haven't even had crows or anything do that to me. Just blue jays. So yeah, they can be pretty mean. They took the wood and his sign. You checking out, Craig? Are you out of here? Scott, what's up? Merry Christmas, buddy. Hey, I love your cards. The one you sent in the package and then the one I got in the mail. Very cute. I love the picture of your daughters when they were little and now big. Very nice. Very, very nice. I really enjoyed that. Thank you. Thanks for the package and thanks for the cards. Wow. That was probably a transformer blowing up. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, you heard it? Yeah. I'll bet that was a transformer blowing up. That was the sound of something big. That wasn't a fireworks. That was something big. So somebody probably just lost their power not too far away. I'd be willing to bet. You know, everybody's got their heat running full bore, so yeah, they just can't keep up. Paul McNeil, what's up? Merry Christmas, buddy. Good to see you. KVRC, hey, welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to shut this down, guys. It's already dropped to 35 degrees, and my little space heater can't keep up. It's good as this thing is, and it's good. It can't keep up with this. So we're gonna have to call it. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and then we're gonna have to bug out. Um, Roy, what's up? Merry Christmas, buddy. Put on my hunting clothes? I don't have any hunting clothes. I wish I did. I have a ski jacket I could probably put on, but it's not going to protect my legs. And the last time I was in weather this cold was when I got the frostbite on my legs. So yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any warm underwear or anything like long john underwear. Nothing. I don't have any of that. So I can't risk. You know, I could put a jacket on and keep my chest warm, but my legs are going to freeze, and I'm not going through that again. The frost nip I got was painful. I don't want to do that again. So we're going to have to call it. Now, no wrenches right now, guys. I'm not going to get into why. You guys have been my original people. You all were here right like from the beginning, most of you, and that's when the wrenches were delivered. Um, it's not to say I won't give Jim one eventually, but I got to know he's here for a while and that I can trust him with a wrench. So the wrenches are not as freely given as they used to be. So, and I have my reasons, and I don't really want to get into it, but um, we'll, you know, if Jim keeps coming back, eventually he'll probably get a wrench. So, put my pantyhose on. Well, there you go. All right. Do you know, Randy? Do pantyhose really keep you warm? I've never worn a pair. Oh my God, you flew your helicopter today? Really? Oh my God. Yeah. Uh-oh, the Bucks are going down again. Where are we at, Fred? Is it third quarter, fourth quarter? You know, what's the score? Yeah, what's inside of them, Will? Yeah. I like the way you're thinking, Fred. uh, you flew it in your hobby room? Well, there you go. I'd be cute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't count Brady out. Yeah, he pulled it out the last time. Oh, you were referring to your simulator. Oh, gotcha. Now, Ronnie, frostbite doesn't happen just below zero. Frostbite happens when the blood flow is not moving enough to overcome the frost factor. Okay, there's a lot more than just temperature involved and whether you get frostbite or not. Because after I got it, I did a lot of research on it to find out why I got it. So, um, what I got was what they call frost nip. Just like sunburn, you've got first degree, second degree, third degree burns. Same thing with frostbite. There's degrees, and the first stage is called frost nip, which is what I got on my leg, and that why it was all red and on fire and felt like I had knives sticking in me and all the symptoms of frost nip. So I did huge research on it after I got it because I wanted to know what the fuck happened because I'd never been in that situation before, and I used to live up north in the cold, and I never had that happen to me before. So I wanted to know why it happened. So I did a lot of research on it. So um, and I don't want to do it again. So we're not gonna hang out here too much longer. I'm really getting cold here. Um, you got carpet burn once? All right, so it's what 16-6 Cardinals, uh, 10 left in the fourth quarter. Okay, well, hey, the Bucks were down a bigger deficit than that the last time and won it. So don't count him out. Brady might pull it out. You know, he's done it before. So yeah, I wouldn't count him out. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's just the conditions of everything are factors. So yeah, you got third degree sunburn working on the golf course. Yeah, I understand. Trust me, I get it. Um, More snow for Mississippi tomorrow. Oh God, man. Yeah, here comes Brady. All right, guys, I'm calling it. I gotta go. I can't stand this any longer. Now my chest nipples are getting painfully hard now. It hurts. So Yeah, it's very rare, Ronnie. I've never heard anybody getting it before. The reason it happened to me is I was sitting on a bar stool, and I didn't know at the time, but I had my leg clenched really hard. So I stopped the blood flow or slowed the blood flow down to my leg. So the blood couldn't move through my leg fast enough to keep warm blood in the extremities. And your body automatically starts pulling blood away from the extremities, your arms, your legs, to keep your core warm to prevent you from getting hypothermia. And I got hypothermia that night, by the way. And that's how cold I was. I was shaking uncontrollably for 4 hours. And I had a fever of 103, and I was delusional. I was saying the craziest fucking shit. My ex-wife was there, just keeping an eye on me, and I was just shaking and all covered up and dreaming these crazy fucking dreams and talking to myself, and she was listening to it. And then when the fever broke and the shivering finally stopped after 4 hours, she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I think so." And she says, "Do you remember anything about me?" I said, "I remember some of it." And I was laughing because I knew what I had said was the craziest shit. And then she started laughing and saying, "Yeah, you were really talking some crazy shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I remember some of it." And then she told me some more of it, and I was laughing. I said, "I don't remember saying that." But yeah, it was a really bad night. Okay. So yeah, I went through that already, and I don't want to go through it again. So that's why I'm calling it, because that was one bad night for me. That one leg was in bad shape, and I actually went into hypothermia. For 4 hours. I was shivering uncontrollably. And I'm afraid that's where I'm going right now. I'm shivering already out here. I'm afraid if I go in the house and don't move, I'm going to start, shivering uncontrollably. So before I get any worse than I am, I'm going to call it. So, but thank you all for coming, guys. I'm glad you were here. I enjoyed this. You have no idea how much I enjoyed this. Thank you so much. I'll see you Thursday. We'll do it again, and hopefully I'll have the jet assembled and on the table, lit up, and we can all talk about the jet and all that. But Merry Christmas to all of you. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna bug out. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. And for you that don't have to work tomorrow, enjoy your day off. I know I will. And we'll catch you guys later. All right? So have a good night, guys. And thanks again. Appreciate it. Have a good night.